Mataji, whenever you're ready, you can start, Mataji.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to all dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om
Mataji, whenever you're
Namo.
ready, you can start, Mataji.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to all dear devotees. Yeah, Prabhuji, you can hear me, right? So
I can
I've
hear
already
Mataji.
started. Okay. Sorry. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udhirayet. Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Bhagavate Uttama Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7, Chapter 1. The Supreme Lord is equal to everyone. From text 13. Text 13. Formally, O king, when Maharaj Yudhishthira was performing a Rajasurya sacrifice, the great sage Narada responded to his inquiry. Recited historical facts showing how the Supreme Personality of Godhead is always impartial, even when killing the demon. In this regard, he gave a vivid example. Text 14 and 15. O king, at the Rajasuya sacrifice, Maharaj Yudhishthira, the son of Maharaj Pandu, personally saw the Shishupal merge into the body of the Supreme Lord Krishna. Therefore, struck with a wonder, he inquired about the reason for this form. The great sage Narada, who was seated there, while he inquired, all the sages present also heard him asking his question. Text 16. Maharaj Yudhishthira inquired, it is very wonderful that the demon Shishupal merged into the body of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though the extremely envious. This uh, Saya Jaya Mukti uh, is impossible to attain even for the great transcendentalist. How then did the enemy of the Lord attain it? Text 17. O great sage, we are all eager to know the cause of this mercy of the Lord. I have heard that formerly a king named Veena blasphemed the supreme personality of Godhead, and that all the Brahmanas consequently obliged him to go to the hell. Shishupal should also have been sent to the hell. How then did he merge into the Lord's existence? Text 18. From the very beginning of his childhood, when he could not even speak properly, Shishupal, the most sinful son of Dhamagosha, began blaspheming the Lord, and he continued to be the envious of Sri Krishna until death. Similarly, his brother Dantavakra continued the same habits. Text 19. Although these two men, Shishupal and Dantavakra, repeatedly blasphemed the Supreme Personality of Godhead Lord Vishnu, Krishna, the Supreme Brahmana, they were quite healthy indeed. Their tongue were not attacked by the white leprosy, nor did they enter the darkest region of the hellish life. We are certainly the most surprised by this. Text 20th. How was it possible for Shishupal and Dantavakra in the presence of many exalted persons to enter very easily into the body of Krishna, whose nature is difficult to attain? Text 21. This matter is undoubtedly very wonderful indeed. My intelligence has become disturbed just as a flame of a candle is disturbed by the blowing wind. O Narada Muni, you know everything. Kindly let me know the cause of this wonderful event. Text 22. Sri Sukadev Goswami said, after hearing the request of Maharaj Yudhishthira, Narada Muni, the most powerful spiritual master who knew everything, was very pleased. Thus he replied in the presence of everyone taking part in the yajna. Text 23. The great sage Sri Narada ji said, O king, blasphemy and the praised, chastisement and the respect are experienced because of ignorance. The body of the conditioned soul is planned by the Lord for suffering in the material world through the agency of the eternal energy. Text 24. My dear king, the conditioned soul being in the bodily conception of life, consider his body to be his self and consider everything in relationship with the body to be his. Because he has this wrong conception of life, he is subjected to the dualities like praising and chastisement. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Yeah, Pratyush Prabhuji, whenever you're ready, you can start, Prabhuji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Dandavat Pranam. Uh, all glories to Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. Let me start sharing my screen.
Yeah. If you're comfortable, your video also can be on, Prabhuji.
Oh, yeah, sure. One second. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. I'm recording. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for joining today's session. Thank you, Radharani Devi Mataji, for reading translation. I will start with the prayer. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Ti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaurvani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Prabhuji, my voice is echoing, anything like that?
Yes, Prabhuji. Probably another phone is coming or something like that.
Is this fine, Prabhu?
Yeah, now it's good, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I'll start with a brief summary. So in yesterday's section, Prabhuji explained from shloka 1 to 12. One second, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji. So we have seen yesterday's section that Maharaj Parikshit inquired about Lord apparent partiality. So Maharaj Parikshit Kosh inquired Sukdev Goswami, given his conclusion concerning how the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although the Super Soul, friend and protector of everyone, killed the Daityas, the demon for the sake of Indra. In the next section, shloka 4 to 12, Sukdev Goswami further proves this argument of people in general who accuse the Supreme Lord for partiality. is not only incorrect, but also that because the body of the conditioned soul is infected by three qualities of nature, duality arises, such as enmity and friendship, and attachment and detachment. For the Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, there are no such dualities. Even eternal time cannot control the activity of the Lord. Moreover, eternal time is created by the Lord and it acts under his control. And further, Sukdev Goswami explains that Supreme Personality of Godhead is always transcendental and not influenced by the mode of nature, Maya, and the Lord external energy, which act in creation of annihilation, is helped for the creation of the entire world. So thus all the demons which is killed by Supreme Lord also attain the salvation immediately. So in today's section from 13 to 21, we will see how we will see the pastime from Krishna pastime, where Yudhishthira Maharaj asked Narad Muni about the Lord's mercy on demon. And we will further see the expansion of the concept explained by Sukdev Goswami in the yesterday section, and we'll try to understand how Bhagwan is not impartial. And in another further section, we will also see how Narad Muni explanation of the glory of absorption in Krishna. So I'll start with today's text 13. So in continuation, Sukdev Goswami shares the Krishna pastime when Maharaj Yudhishthira was performing Rajsuya sacrifice. Great sage Narad Muni gives wonderful example which show how Supreme Personality of Godhead is always impartial, even when killing demons. In next text 14 and 15, here it is mentioned that Maharaj Yudhishthira, the son of Pandu, personally saw Shishupal merging into the body of the Supreme Lord Krishna, and he struck with the doubt or the surprise that how this can happen, and he inquired about the reason from the great sage Narad Muni. And then in the next text 16, here Maharaj Yudhishthira inquire from great sage Narad Muni that it is very wonderful that the demon Shishupal merged into the body of Supreme Personality of Godhead, even though he was extremely envious. And this kind of liberation, called as Saujya Mukti, is even impossible to attain even for great transcendentalist. How did the enemy of the Lord attain it? So Prabhupada in this text further explains there are two types of transcendentalist. First one is Gyanis and second one is Bhaktas. And we know Bhakta never aspire to merge into the existence of the Lord, but the Gyani do. However, Shishupal was neither a Gyani nor a Bhakta, yet simply by envy to the Lord, he attained an exalted position. And this was astonishing, and therefore Maharaj Yudhishthira inquired about the cause of the Lord mystery mercy to Shishupal. In text 17, Maharaj Yudhishthira give example of King Veena, who fell down to hell through Brahmanas for blaspheming and blaspheming the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and inquired why Shishupal merged into Lord instead of falling down to hell. So in text 18, further elaborates sinful activities of Shishupal from very childhood. Even when he was barely able to speak, began blaspheming the Lord and continued to envy Krishna until his death. Similarly, his brother Dantavarka continued the same habits. In the text 19, further extending this sinful activity, Shishupal and Dantavarka, although repeatedly blasphemed Lord Krishna, their tongues were not attacked by leprosy, nor did they enter the darkest region of hell. So here Maharaj Parikshit express his surprise that how does the Shishupal and Dantavarka got observed by Krishna. So in text 20, we see the further expression of Maharaj Parikshit that how it is possible that such envious people enter the body of Krishna so easily in front of everyone, which is very difficult. In this text, Prabhupada explains that Shishupal and Dantavarka were formerly Jaya and Vijaya, the doorkeeper of Vaikuntha. And Saujanya Mukti, or merging into the body of Krishna, was not their final destination, but only a temporary state. They later attained the liberation of Swarupya, which means having some form of same form as Lord, and also Salokya Mukti, which means living in the same planet as Lord. In text 21, Maharaj Yudhishthira expressed discomfort in understanding this wonderful matter through his intelligence, and gave analogy of his condition is same as flame of a candle get disturbed by blowing wind, and requested sage Narad Muni to explain the cause of wonderful event. In this text, Prabhupada explains when one get baffled or puzzled by the difficult problem of life, to solve them, one must approach a guru like Narada or his representative in the disciplic succession. In text 22, Narad Muni was pleased to hear Maharaj Yudhishthira's request, and Narad Muni knew everything, and he began to reply in front of everyone. In text 23, Narad Muni said that the material body is meant to experience duality, blasphemy, ninda, praise, honor, and dishonor, which are created due to ignorance under the influence of external energy. So in this text, Prabhupada quotes Bhagavad Gita Shlok 18.61, which says Supreme Lord is situated in everyone's heart. So here, and the soul is wandering in different body, which is a machine made up of material energy. A material body which is manufactured by external energy according to the direction of Supreme Lord. So the conditioned soul sit in this machine, wanders throughout the universe because of his bodily conception. So because of his bodily conception of life, he suffers. And the suffering of blasphemed and enjoyment of being praised, the acceptance of good welcome or chastisement by harsh word are felt in the material conception of life only. But since the Supreme Personality of God is not material, but Satchidanand Vigraha. He is unaffected by insult or greeting, blasphemy, or prayers. He is always unaffected and complete. And he does not feel extra pleasure when offered nice prayer by the devotee, although the devotee benefit by offering prayer to the Lord. And Lord is very kind. His so-called enemy also get benefit because he keeps thinking of the personality of God as an enemy, and think of a conditioned soul who worship him, how much benefit he will get. So in text 24, it further explains that conditioned soul, being in this bodily concept of life, consider his body to be his self, and consider everything in relationship with the body to be his, because he has this wrong conception of life. He's subjected to duality like praise and chastisement. So in Prabhupada explains, only when a conditioned soul accepts the body as himself, he feels the effect of chastisement or praise. And so one person determines his enemy and friend accordingly, and want to chastise the enemy and welcome the friend. So this creation of friend and enemy is a result of one's bodily conception. So this ends today's translation summary. Please forgive me if I have misspoken anything. Sundaran Prabhuji, please add and correct me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pratyush Prabhu. Yeah, I'll just share a couple of things. So one is that we heard the previous section where the question came up, and then from the Parikshit Maharaj to Sukadeva Goswami about how Lord is equal to everyone. Can you please tell us like that? So this context is like Pratyush Prabhu already explained. I'm just highlighting one more time. The highlight is that Narada Muni is describing to Yudhishthira Maharaj specifically how Shishupal, even though he's a demon, even though he's a blasphemer of Supreme Lord, Krishna gave his mercy to him. So basically, the point is being proven that Supreme Lord, even if he chastises someone, even if he destroys somebody by killing them, how they will become benefited like that. So that is what is being shown with this pastime. And this is a crucial transition point for going to Prahlad Maharaj pastime coming up. So basically, the overall idea is that Supreme Lord, whether apparently he is giving favor to his devotees, or externally it appears that he is killing the demons, but in both the cases, he is giving mercy to the living entity or jiva like that. So that is one point I wanted to share. And the second highlight was that in this section, Yudhishthira Maharaj, when he got bewildered, wow, how come Shishupal was such a blasphemer? How did he merge into the body of Krishna? When he got that bewilderment or that confusion in his mind, he just didn't speculate, oh, maybe it's because of that, maybe because of this, like that. Instead, he approached the guru, in this case, is Narada Muni. So Yudhishthira Maharaj approached Narada Muni, who's a saintly personality, sadhu or guru, like that. So we also approach sadhu and guru when we're bewildered by seeing something, by experiencing something, or by not being sure what to do next, like that. Especially in understanding about bhakti or Krishna or devotees, like that. So we approach guru and sadhu. That's one lesson we can learn from that section. The third aspect that is the highlight from today's section was how uh, s- we as living entities, because we are in this body currently, and because we are influenced by modes of material nature, and because we are in bodily conception of life, I'm thinking I'm this body. Even though I'm a soul living in this body currently, I may think I'm this body. So because of that bodily conception of life, I'm experiencing happiness, distress, pleasure, pain, and all those dualities I'm experiencing currently. So, but in case of Supreme Lord, he's not having an external gross body like us, and is not influenced by modes of nature, passion, goodness, or even ignorance like that. So that's why he's not never affected by any of these dualities, and he's not desiring any of the dualities also. Like I may be thinking I'm this body, so because of that I'm thinking, oh, I should get enjoyment for this body. Everybody should recognize me. Everybody should. I should appear nice, beautiful, and I should become famous. Like that, all these are coming because I'm thinking in terms of body. In fact, as practicing devotees, we're practicing the spiritual conception of understanding that I'm the spirit soul, I'm not this body. When we try to practice that conception, then we try to get away from trying to get attraction or attention of others towards our body, bodily beauty, attention of others for our speech, for example, attention of others for our actions, like that. We don't seek them because those are just giving something related to body only. Even the great fame we get is related to body only. It's nothing to do with spirit soul or any appreciation we get is related to body only. So then we're not seeking that. When we are trying to do that, that's what's called in the Trinadapi Sunichena verse, Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishnana, Amanina Manadena, Ketaniya Sadaharihi. So that is one of the important principle for us. When we are not expecting respect or honor or prestige being recognized by others, then we can chant continuously and we can chant easily like that. So this is one of the secret for us to not be in the bodily conception of life by the mercy of Krishna, Guru, Sadhu, and the Shastras, understanding from Shastra. We practice uh, living our life, a devotee life, in the spiritual conception of life. How far that gets succeeded is again by the mercy of Krishna only. But at least we understand theoretically first and we contemplate on it, we apply it in our life. Then by engaging our senses and mind in service of Krishna, then we can really be situated in the spiritual conception of life one of these days. But it's not like 0 and 1. Most people think, oh my God, I'm in bodily conception of life, like that. So that's true. But we're gradually getting from bodily conception of life to spiritual conception of life, gradually changing from enjoyment attitude to service attitude. So we need to be able to shift that. I'm improving. Yes. Yesterday, I was thinking I'm body all the time. But today I thought for 1 minute that I'm spirit soul. So yesterday I acted, every action I did is with the understanding that I'm body. Today, two actions I did thinking that I'm a spirit soul. Oh, I'm a spirit soul. I'm servant of Krishna. So I'm supposed to offer this arti to please Krishna. I'm supposed to do my chanting to please Krishna. Like that, we're gradually growing. When we see this gradual growth, then we can maintain motivation and inspiration in our practice of devotion service. If not, if you think in terms of 0 or 1, I'm in bodily conception of life or I'm in spiritual conception of life. If I only think about these two higher terms, then we cannot sustain the motivation and inspiration in practicing bhakti. We need to be able to see that it's a gradual progress towards spiritual conception of life. So we can pause there. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai, Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kupasindubhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Thank you so much, Pratyush Prabhuji, also for sharing today. Hare Krishna, everyone.